It's just after 5:30. I'm gonna get up now, get ready. Beautiful morning. Good morning, Portland. Campground's all packed up. Everything's loaded on the bike. Leave no trace. Ready to go for day 5. It's still before sunrise. Let's do it. Thank you, Portland. We'll see you next time. Just came here to the gas station, used their bathroom, and it's giving me the opportunity to charge my phone here in my Garmin. Thank you for your service outlet, but it's time to go. Leaving Portland. It's a cold morning, but I'm glad I'm starting early. It's about 6:30. Try to get as much distance before the heat cranks up. Little over an hour in. It's already a hot one. Had to take off the layers. You can see here, there's like 2 tracks of super smooth tarmac, one on the left and the right. This is the most noticeable I've seen it. Sometimes it's a lot smaller. I'm pretty sure this is from the tires. Anyway, that tiny difference, it makes a big difference at the end of the day and over multiple days of rolling resistance, not to mention the comfort. So like I'll hunt, even if this little strip is 1 inch wide, I'm hunting it, I'm searching for it, and you can guarantee I'm gonna put my wheel right there because it makes such a difference. Rolling into Port Fairy, 47 miles in. We have a tailwind today, the first day. 4 days of headwind. Day 5 we get a tailwind. Makes a huge difference. I was able to hold over 20 miles an hour pretty easily for like the last 25 miles. Leaving Port Fairy, had a quick stop in the grocery store. This morning I already had a bag of licorice, that's about 200 grams of carbs. And then I had, just now drank a liter of orange juice, that's another 100 grams. I loaded up one of my bottles with sugar water, another 100 grams. So I'll have that over this next stretch. And then I also have another bag of licorice. So that'd be another 200 grams for whenever I want later. Next stop's in about 60 kilometers. There's a gas station, so I'll get water there, more food if I need it. And then I'll do the finishing stretch along the Great Ocean Road to Port Campbell. I'm leaving Port Fairy on this nice side road. The beach is right on the other side of these dunes. And up ahead, I turn left, head back inland and get on the highway. Woohoo! Check out the view of the ocean. Real crosswind right now. It's tough. Stopped here at BP. Needed more fluids, so I got this vitamin water. Got some sunblock too. Oh my gosh. Just for my legs. They're getting a bit cooked. It is so hot. Alright, I put sunblock on my face. I reapplied my chafe cream. I just got actually a second vitamin water, so I'm gonna chug that. And then hopefully I can make it to the next rest point in like an hour and a half. I just turned right onto the Great Ocean Road. 72 miles in for today's ride. Made it to the Great Ocean Road. That's a huge milestone for the whole trip. Stopped and had some water. I'm glad I made that stop, that last one I did. If I hadn't had those 2 vitamin waters, I'd be totally cooked. I'd be totally cooked out here. I made it here to this next service station. I got some drinks. I still have snacks, so this should be enough to get me the rest of the way. It's about 35 kilometers from here to Port Campbell, and I'm going to be going past like the 12 Apostles and the most scenic, one of the most scenic sections of the Great Ocean Road. So I plan to do some stopping, take some pictures and videos too. So this is the real start of the Great Ocean Road. All the attractions and rock formations. Beautiful coastline. Along the Great Ocean Road, there's a whole bunch of coves, cliffs, beaches, different places to stop. There's one behind me called Bay of Martyrs. Here, I'll show you. This is a little town here, a little coastal town called Petersboro. Beautiful beaches. Feeling good. 98 miles, 5 hours 35. Feeling good. I think there's a bathroom down there. I'm just gonna take a whiz and then top off my bottles, but I'm pretty sure it's like 7 miles max to Port Campbell, which is my destination for today. Put on my visibility jacket for extra caution towards drivers because there's just more down here. It's a really touristy area, but you can see we've had lots of casualties. Actually, I think most of these are still alive. I see them moving. These like tiny little flies and insects. Yippee! Walking down to this spot here called the Grotto. I think we'll get a glimpse of it up here. Another reason mountain bike shoes are a win for bike touring or really any road cycling where you just want to be practical in the real world and have the ability to walk around. The water's just gorgeous today. I'm definitely getting in the water once I get to Port Campbell and get situated. You do get swarmed by bugs and flies here in Australia, though. Look at this. Made it to the town of Port Campbell. Destination for today. 107 miles, 6 hours, 10 minutes. Port Campbell. Nice little beach here in this protected cove. Surf Lifesaving Club there. Bunch of restaurants and shops here on this street, and then you go left at the intersection to get back to the main street that I just came down. Found a shady spot here. Bikes behind me there. I have some soup, recovery meal, The sun is just so strong today. I'm definitely gonna get in the water, but I'm gonna wait till later. I think in the meantime, I'll shower off, wash everything, and then just hang out in the shade until a bit later in the afternoon. Once the UVs come down, then I'll go for a swim for sure. So I hung out down by the beach for a little bit. There actually wasn't anywhere to charge anything down there. So I came up here. I'm in this little restaurant here called Waves. There it is, charging my phone and Garmin and editing the video. I just finished up in the cafe. Their Wi-Fi was super slow, so I wasn't able to post the video from yesterday, but I did some research on tomorrow's route. There's a lot of climbing, I think 1,500 to 1,800 meters, which is like over 5,000 feet. The distance is shorter, only 100 kilometers, but that'll still be a full day. I was considering taking a rest day tomorrow, but just looking at the remainder of the trip, I want to finish in 3 days. Like within 3 days from now, which would be Thursday, Friday, arriving on Saturday. So I do need to ride tomorrow just because I can't do here to Melbourne in 2 days. The clouds have come out, which is nice. I wish it was like that earlier when I was on the bike instead of blazing heat. I think I'm gonna go scope out some places to camp tonight. I was just looking on my phone on the map, so there's 2 that I have in mind. They're really close, so I'm just gonna ride around town, check those out, and then maybe go hang out down by the beach. And yeah, we'll see what happens next. So I'm walking out here, seeing if this is a potential camping area. No mind the no camping signs. But good view of the mouth of the bay and the surf breaks out here. Let's have a look. Who else do you know walks around with their bike shorts hanging from their neck by their straps so that they can dry? They're right side out right now. Before they were inside out, and you could see the pad. Some people, I bet this is why I'm just doing me. This is just real life. Hang your bike shorts around your neck, walk around town, go into restaurant shops. Whatever you need to do to get those suckers to dry. Suitable camping areas up here. There's like an RV park. I'm gonna check that out. And that would actually be better because it'll get real cold here being so close to the ocean. That's a little bit more inland. And then if that doesn't work, there's like a bike path that kind of just basically goes inland into the bush. And it starts right at the entrance of town, and it's a 3 to 5 minute ride to get there, so I can just go over there, go down the bike path some, and then find a spot. You see these flies assaulting me. This is nothing. You should have seen it earlier. They're like, they go straight in your ears. They can just beeline it like they have radar navigation straight into your ear, in your eyes, your nostrils. So the first 3 spots I checked just weren't gonna work. But I kept looking and I actually found this spot right here. It is a little close to the highway, so there may be some noise at night that disturbs me, but I don't think there's gonna be too much traffic. I came up here, I set up my mat already, so that's a huge plus. I won't have to do that like in the dark or as it's getting dark. And then I'm gonna leave some stuff up here as well when I go back into town. And found a spot to hang up my shorts, so I won't have to keep them around my neck. They can keep drying here. And then, yeah, the rest of the, plenty of trees around to lean the bike against. I have this blown up. I'm gonna leave some of this stuff here. head back into town, which is this way, and we'll get some dinner. Made it back down here to the beach. I have dinner. Got this sourdough loaf, beans, some veg, and still got the chili sauce. Dinner is done. It's in the belly. I'm just sitting here now. Clouds look a little menacing. I did make it in the water earlier. This whole area is like really similar to like San Diego in my opinion. The water temperature, the seaweed, the sediment, even the environment is really similar. If you've ever been to Point Loma or like just north of there, I think it's called Sunset Cliffs. This whole area just kind of gives me real similar vibes. It's 8:30, which is pretty late, but the thing is sun won't set until about 10, and then it doesn't actually get dark until about 10:30. So I'm just sitting here. They actually have these wireless phone chargers, so I'm trying to build into the table. That's pretty cool, huh? So I'm trying to top my phone off here, and I'm just kind of looking out, reflecting on the trip thus far, and thinking about the next couple days. So I made it back up here to my camp spot tonight. I'm just gonna get ready for bed. It's actually getting darker a lot quicker, I think, just these clouds. Yeah, so I'm gonna get in my sleeping bag and get to bed. I'll see you guys tomorrow in a new video. Thanks for watching.